Have you ever had that moment where you're in the middle of a crowd, people are talking, laughing, and smiling, but for some reason, you still feel completely alone? You're standing there, nodding along, maybe even laughing at the right moments, but inside, there's a strange emptiness. It's as if you're invisible, even when everyone can see you. That's a feeling you can't explain unless you've lived it. And Johnny Depp, he knows exactly what that feels like. You might look at his life from the outside and think, how could someone like him ever feel lonely? He's been in some of the most iconic films of our time. He's played characters that people around the world adore. He's traveled everywhere, met thousands of people, and stood in front of fans screaming his name. But the truth is, fame doesn't always bring connection. In fact, sometimes, it creates the opposite. Johnny has openly said it, he's still searching for something real. Not just a casual friendship, not just another conversation that fades away after a few minutes, but something that lasts. Something deep. Something that feels like home. And the thing is, what he's searching for might just be the same thing we're all looking for, whether we admit it or not. When you think of Johnny Depp, you probably think of the roles first. The quick-witted Captain Jack Sparrow, always a step ahead and full of unexpected tricks. The mysterious Edward Scissorhands, gentle and misunderstood. The colorful, unpredictable Mad Hatter. These characters are unforgettable, but they're not Johnny. They're masks he puts on. They're costumes he wears for a story. And when the cameras stop rolling, the makeup comes off, and the lights go out, what's left is a man who has lived through love, heartbreak, joy, loss, and everything in between. Behind the glitz of Hollywood is a reality most people never see. Johnny has been in relationships that made him feel like he'd found his forever. He's had moments of happiness so pure, they almost didn't feel real. But he's also experienced the kind of heartbreak that changes you. The kind that makes you think twice before letting someone close again. And when you've been through that, you start to protect yourself. Not because you've stopped believing in love, but because you know just how much it can hurt to lose it. Maybe you've been there too. Maybe you've told yourself, I'll be more careful next time. I won't open up so easily. It's a natural response. But here's the tricky part, the same walls that protect you can also keep out the very thing you're hoping to find. Johnny has talked about how fame changes the way people treat you. Everyone knows your name, but not everyone knows your heart. And that's a big difference. Imagine walking into a room where every single person recognizes your face, but not one of them really understands you. That's not connection. That's recognition. And recognition fades quickly when it's not backed up by something real. That's why, for Johnny, the search isn't about finding someone perfect. It's not about chasing some fairy tale relationship where nothing ever goes wrong. It's about finding someone who's there, really there. Someone who doesn't care about the fame, the fortune, or the red carpet. Someone who sees the man, not the movie star. Someone who shows up in the quiet moments, when there's no spotlight, no audience, and no applause. And maybe that's something we should all think about. How many people in our lives truly know us? How many of them stick around when things aren't exciting or glamorous? We spend so much time chasing things that look good on the outside, the dream job, the big house, the picture-perfect social media feed, that we forget to ask ourselves how it all feels on the inside. Because what really matters are the people who are still there when everything else fades away. There's a myth that so many of us grow up believing, that once you have enough money, enough success, and enough admiration from others, you'll finally be happy. Johnny's life proves that's not true. From the outside, his world might look like a dream. But from the inside, it's been full of moments that are hard, lonely, and complicated. And the truth is, you can have everything you thought you wanted, and still feel like something's missing. That's the reason he keeps searching. Not for the next big movie role, not for the next big award, but for the next real connection. The kind of connection that doesn't disappear when life gets messy. The kind that stays steady, no matter what storms come. So what does that mean for the rest of us? It means we should be more intentional about who we let into our lives. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your story. It means we should value quality over quantity. You don't need 100 friends, you just need the ones who would stand by you when everything falls apart. And it means we can't be afraid to be vulnerable. Because yes, opening up might feel risky. But it's also the only way to find the kind of bond that lasts. I think of something a relationship coach once said, the right people don't just hear you, they understand you. That's a powerful truth. Being heard is nice, but being understood, that's where real connection lives. And that's what Johnny's been searching for all along. It's easy to forget that celebrities are human beings first. We see the headlines, the photo shoots, the interviews. But behind all that is someone who just wants what we all want, to be seen, to be loved, and to know that at least one person in the world truly gets them. And maybe that's the part that makes Johnny's story so relatable. Because deep down, we're all searching for something real. Whether it's in friendship, love, or even within ourselves, we want to find that anchor. The person or place that feels safe. The connection that makes all the noise in the world fade away. So let me ask you something, if you were sitting across from Johnny Depp right now, just the two of you in a quiet room, what would you tell him? What advice would you give him about finding something real? Would you tell him to keep searching? Would you tell him to stop looking and let it find him? Or would you tell him that maybe, just maybe, the real thing isn't always where you expect it to be? And while you're thinking about that, here's something else to consider. When was the last time you felt truly seen? Not just noticed. Not just liked. But understood. If it's been a while, maybe Johnny's search can inspire yours. Because here's the truth, whether you're a Hollywood legend or someone just trying to get through the week, connection is what keeps us going. And when you find it, you'll know. You won't have to question it. You won't have to chase it. It'll feel different. It'll feel real. If you've made it this far, then maybe this story resonated with you. And if it did, I think you'll love another side of Johnny that most people haven't seen. There's a letter he once wrote, deeply personal, heartfelt, and raw. It's a window into who he is beyond the spotlight. I've covered it in another video, and I think it'll move you in ways you don't expect. So if you want to see that side of him, stick around after this. And while you're here, if this video spoke to you, give it a like, share it with someone who might need to hear it today, and subscribe for more. Because there are so many stories out there, stories that aren't about fame or headlines, but about the human being underneath. At the end of the day, we're all searching for something real. And the question we should be asking ourselves isn't just, will I find it? But, will I recognize it when I do?